watch time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks must we make, knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks must we make, knowledge one is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some pros for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heal. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beach is still a beast. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that was them, destroys this de facto government and its quarrels, established Big Boss house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. But exposed, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist in their cash. Watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming weirdos from menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh stroke. Water up on the front line, Martian spot. I shine because of her, but she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, she age the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make, knowledge one is with the rhyme and bass drops. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, with your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I blaze, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like you got game. My healing reaching you despite me lock and chain. Like you're speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You shine like me, the crown sprout. But unlike me, son, you haven't turned down out a smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your style. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. My beloved, you scintillate profuse. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, and who I'm well pleased. Okay, showing your vision is Resplendent my descending when filming your intuition extends. The lenses felt when your cinematographic flashes of your scripted class get your inner magic. Dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered surpasses the average glass, stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak QC classic. The question you have is mathematics, please ask it. Son, Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. At last, boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life, my wife, just a romance. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's destined. You knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you, my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am here. Found for sure that the signal isn't scrambled or deprogrammable. From a look up to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The Most High sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past tense instead. Let's create an after we've cried relapses type of atmosphere. Redirect that fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. And following, actually, a talkative Nietzsche's. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you, my beloved.
You my beloved.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get ousted. I'ma lay him out. Execution style's too late when apologetic claim. You rap that a coca flame. My God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Not Josh silent without sin. He put me on the bed for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With some presses attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle. Who judge the hypocritical, cynical, and the political sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protected servers. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who have it to understand. Oh, and it's too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe it, TC type. Going hits, close the home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I write. I'm above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' end it all, so tight. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a and when I say this world,
I love.
I mean it.
Agent or not, we're gonna do without that right now. So, how y'all doing today? How are y'all? Let me go ahead and turn that off. I mean, I could play something. Let me see if it's in here first. If I decide to play it. Yes, it actually is in here. Okay. Well, I might play it then. Okay. Just leave it connected. But just so y'all can hear some of the craziness And I'm not big on the crazy. But some people are. You got somebody running around calling themselves Yahshua Yahamashiach, like he's Messiah or something. You know, there's nothing too much I can do with these young brothers. If y'all are part of it and you're not reaching out to them, I hope y'all are, honestly, because I mean, they need some reaching out. You know what I mean? They don't know. Words have power, okay? And y'all know that by now. So we have to choose our words better, even though this language is a mystery, a mysticism. You know, somebody asked me, because I was talking about, you know, Creole and patois and all that. I was thinking about going to the Philippines because I got a lot of friends there, and Thailand as well. And don't worry, I'm not going to go over there and fall in love. There are some women over there that probably been looking for me the last 30 years who love the hell out of me, no children. If I meet them, it'd be a good time, and it would just be like, I want to go do this. I want to go to the river. I want to go to the water's clean, beautiful. The food is excellent. The companionship there is what it should be here, and what people used to be. There is so much deviation, yet even though it's minuscule, the majority of people play a role in it. But I'm really looking at doing that. So I'm going to when I get down there with Owen, I'm definitely going to go out to the post office where I change my address to get mail coming to a different post office. I'm going to go ahead and get my passport up again because I tire of all this. It's not that I want to be relevant or irrelevant in anything, because it's neither way. Let me get my mic. It's laying over there, and I know you can hear me, but it should be closer. My apologies. I'm not used to, y'all know I'm kind of fairly new with all this. Figgity faggity, give me gabby, and I appreciate Omac. Yeah, what's up, beloved? What's cracking, bro? Ignore passport bros, but I want to share with the brothers that we have a lot of sisters out here who really want something of a man, but the problem is they don't know what a man is. Around the world, regardless of racism, the stupidity of Hindus or whatever, there's Hindu women who are married brothers over here and they're marvelous relationships, 7, 8, 12 children. I'm talking about 30, 40 years. I am talking about, forget what you keep hearing, because here they have trapped you off mentally. I mean, y'all hear about Trump in DC, right? You want to take it back from the Democrats and all this other nonsense, militarizing the police and bringing the National Guard. First of all, it's illegal. But nothing's negated by legalities, because Zionism, which he supports, is the very thing that created white superiority, put the indigenous people, dispersed them as they did around the world, and utilize their very lies as a signature for the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah. I don't care how you feel about it, which one you belong to, but they used our ancient lifestyle for everything that is religiously given to you in a fake white narrative, melanated or not. Even if I want to do Uncle Ruckus and play in the game, the reality is the reality, and the truth is the truth. I want to play this because, we're dealing with a time that is so deceptional and defeating that most people would give up and surrender to it. I'm expressing and asking you, don't ever do that, okay? Because you're not going to succeed. You're not going to win anything. It's just not going to happen. Just listen.
What is cancer exactly?
It's an attack by a parasite, an unusual parasite, which attempts to reproduce its intermediate stages in you. I have to somehow get the word out to the people who are suffering that there is a cure, and that it isn't expensive. They can do it themselves, and they can be successful. Herbs that kill them all. Whether it's the eggs or the redia or the cercaria or myricidia.
These are all the stages.
These are all the complicated little stages. Are a wormwood combination, a ground clove, and the third herb is an extract of the green hull of the black walnut tree. You have to use them together because you have to kill everything at once. Otherwise, one thing turns into the next.
Right. How long?
Well, it goes on to how long?
How long do you have to take this?
5 days or 6 days.
That's so black walnut, as y'all know, cloves. They even have a thing now where you can take 10, suck on them until they get soft. The numbing, especially if your mouth is a little tore up. And once they're and chew them. No, that's a little heavy. I'm used to doing 1 or 2 cloves at night before I process to go to sleep. And in the AM, I like to have my ginger, which is dried out because of the heat, and pineapple. Now, the pineapple here, though it says organic, is genetically modified because these beasts don't know no better, and they're nothing but burden. And those kill not just Giardia and a few other things. Well, Giardia takes some a little stronger, like ivermectin and stuff like that. But stuff works from what I hear. And there are not just the 20 or 30 that you hear of. There are hundreds of parasites. And they're all created. They are not natural and nowhere in no shape or form. That's like if you take antibiotics, if you want them to work next time, right? I'm talking about good ones, antibiotics. Take a probiotic with your antibiotic. These doctors, these bastards know this. And I will never change my stance on the majority of medical, and it's known now. It's nothing but it's nothing but manglers, Dr. Manglers to me. And because it's how they operate. You know, you heard about what they were doing with people with stuffing that thing down their throat. It didn't really require it, and they were murdering people. And this stuff is out there. This is, you know, Robert Kennedy, all of them have been talking about it. And they're not being debunked because it's being pushed, and it's certain doctors who didn't parlay who've been called back are proving this to be factual. The documents are there even with the government. So we know Zionists control all the platforms, right? And I'm not saying like it's some power thing, because to me, I can care less. I'd rather meet y'all without all this bullshit. And someday y'all might come around and realize it too, instead of being so because you got to understand what's going on with this screen here. It locks in and it cinches an agreement that you have not made. Just like what's happening in DC is not an agreement because you didn't vote for it. It has nothing to do with the fact of how government should move. And if this is some revenge stuff, this is just the parley of them against us against them. This is the divide and conquer. It's ritualistic. I know a lot of y'all see a lot of liberals saying dumb shit. And I know y'all see a lot of conservatives, some being quiet if they're good friends of yours or relatives. You could consider them brothers and sisters. But the so-called white people, the Pelskins, are just showing how racist and stupid they are. All right? And we know it's not all. Okay? Let me get something right quick, if you don't mind. I got 2 more to play for you guys. Hold on. So anyway, here I am. Y'all know that I utilize certain things, and I'm not big on it, but I'm a proponent of certain things like creatine monohydrate. I got it in there. I take it every 3 days. It's also good for your brain. I wouldn't say it's great for your heart, but your heart is not a pump. It constricts and it allows blood flow. It's not a pump. Your heart is not a pump. You have sacs in the heel of your foot to help pump blood from the bottom to the top, and there's no such thing as gravity. Stop it. Everything has a reality of how it functions. So if you're taking vitamin D, please take it with K2. Y'all know what K2 is, right? If you don't, study up on it. So I got to run out in town to grab a couple of things from Ace Hardware. I don't have a lot of fiat. I appreciate it if you guys donate. I utilize it for that, but it's all right. You know what I mean? So I specifically got clothes. That way I could take 2 every night. And it's important for me because I'm aware of certain parasites that I've had in the past. I've had to take worm a long time ago, but my great-grandmother came out with homemade turpentine. They had White Lightning, which is a hooch that we make that won't make you go blind. We're original makers of Jack Daniels, all that stuff, regardless of what you want to believe or think. Okay, so I use a mushroom brand, which is Enzymedica, vitamin DK2. It is absolutely fabulous. I'll take it after I eat. But the one I take in the AM, which I didn't take, I just drank some green tea, so I'm going to take it now, is I take vitamin D3K2, 2-in-1 formula, and organic MCT oil. Now, this is Native Path. This is the one that I utilize. It's 20 drops. That's all I'm going to use. Do your best to keep it out the heat, guys. It does do a little something weird to it, but it's not bad. 20 drops. Swallow it down. Okay. I have a couple of these. So I have to order some on when I get enough to be ordering this stuff. Now, this right here is roughly about 1 milliliter, about 20 drops. It contains, it serves about 30 people, 25 to 30 people. The vitamin D in here, I think it's 1,000 intergranular units, which it is. But you could take up, I would advise, take up anywhere from 2,000, 5,000. Some people even take up to 10,000. The same thing with this one right here. When I take it in the afternoon, I think it's more than enough for me because I'm always in the sun. It's pretty much the same thing as far as 25 micrograms, 5,000 intergranular units. So to me, that's more than enough, about 6,000. So that way it gets, because it does a lot for your body and K2 with your arteries and all that. Now, the other thing I take, which I'm going to take when I take a sip of my tea, is I take bioactive B12. We're talking about plus L methylfolate. I like it. Don't have it. It's good for your brain, your energy, your mood, and all that kind of stuff, right? The adenosine and the hydroxy. The reason why I take this, and this is only about 4 droplets. Now, I take 6. I take 4. And then when I take that mushroom, after I get some in my stomach, I take 2 more drops. You can never, ever have enough, but you never want to build up toxicity in your liver. And don't put it in the fridge. You want to keep it cool and dry because it'll coagulate, almost like blood. And this is vegan and vegan friendly, and it's organic as by definition. You can go ahead and look it up, and that way you can go ahead, get a screenshot, and I'll show you the box right next to it. All right. I've been utilizing this for the last 3 years. It helped me when I was running marathons, my lungs and breathing and everything else, and my focus. Now you got to be careful taking heavy metals, because I know some of you have taken them and you felt like you were going blind, vertigo. You're like, it's because you have metal toxicity. That means, like, don't take iron, people. I have iron, but I would advise you don't take iron. Like cooking iron skillet, don't take it. Okay. And as you see here, this is my little infuser. I've been waiting on this. I had one of these before. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if on the reds, I don't know if I left it. I don't know. I like these. Like, I put my natural tea in there. It's got an excellent microfish. Fisher. You can't see it because of the lighting store. On the bottom, it's press, hold, and release your drink. Get your hot water in there. It's Nelson's tea. It's supposed to be PBA free, and we know that usually with PBA makes plastic pliable. This is hard as a rock. Okay, I'd rather have it in porcelain, which you can order. It's just a little too much for me right now. My daughter wanted to buy me. I was like, no, stop. I was like, stop. Damn it. I don't want no millions. I don't want no. You ain't gotta buy me nothing, baby. I love you. That's all. Live. I want to see you have some gods. You know, find the right dude and let me meet him. You know, she's not big on none of the men. Somebody that worked as a model. She says they're crap. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the 4 drops. I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna take 3 today and 3 after I eat. After I get back. Well, I'll eat when I get back. All right. You don't want to overdo this stuff. I did before. Do the load right. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it back in there. As long as it's in the shade, it's cool right here. All right. So I just wanted to share that little bit of stuff with you. I don't do it every day either. I do it 3 days on, probably 2 days off. 2 days on, 3 days off, and then 3 days on. You know what I'm saying? We don't really eat a lot, but we attempt to eat the best we can. Like kiwa, that's that, and the other. I get shank steaks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat beef, but right now, because we really got to push it, I got to load up a lot of totes, take down to Omex tomorrow. So we're going to go in there around 4 o'clock this evening and get that loaded out. So that way in the morning I can get on down there. He'll probably be working. I'm going to make it with the time that he can be off. So it's not like I'm going to leave it in the morning. It's somewhere around like 12, 1 o'clock, but we'll work it out. I'll converse with him. I want to play a couple more things, but you hear the parasites. You know, when you do the cleanse, I would advise that before you take anything like that, vitamin D, vitamin C, whatever it is from rose hips and flower petals. I didn't turn off the notification. My apologies. Regardless of that, damn, I left it down there. Y'all can still hear me though. Thank you. You got to do a cleanse. You got to do a flushing. be careful of getting all this new stuff coming out because the enemy's very aware. They're not stupid and they want to get rid of people. So if you think everything everybody's selling is top grade A and this, that, and other, no, a lot of agents, they're going to perform their duties and a lot of you are going to be had because they're actors. How many times have you heard Trump say actors, the Actors Guild? He's having fun with the 88 and everything else, Ha Hitler and all this, what Third Reich, which is always, it was never a German's thing. They didn't want white supremacy and none of that. That was all lies created by the Zionists. World domination. You see who's trying world domination. Everybody's going to be a slave. We're going to have 205 till we kill over 7 billion people. Y'all hear it right firsthand. It's like, why is that people can't make haze of it? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting us to this fabulous tea. Get off of there. You can't have no tea. Lavender, lemon, and green tea. That's what you see here. This is the Japanese. Again, this is TRU green tea, okay, and bleach free, what you call it, mesh, and then that's all lavender and lemon, which is just phenomenally delicious. You don't have, I don't have to have honey or anything to it. Right now you have actors who play doctors talking about glucose sugar is not the problem, blah blah blah. Then why is it the body's always trying to get rid of it? You see, we have this way about us. Just like when I was telling people, alcohol is not toxic or poisoning. It's some of the things that they put in it that your liver works with to convert it, to get rid of it, that becomes this toxic thing. No, that's not alcohol. Like I told you, my ancestors used to make watermelon wine and orange julep from oranges and cantaloupe and all that kind of stuff. I used to watch them make it. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm thinking about what they're doing right now, most people have no idea of the truth. And then, you know, you wonder why you get addicted, why you're acting crazy, why I used to be a blackout drunk. We didn't know overseas in Cannes, France, and in Turkey, we were drinking Stella beer that had formaldehyde in it. On the boat, they're talking about zero tolerance towards, drugs. Well, come to find out, a lot of their damn officers like drinking the crap. I mean, you might as well put it on weed and smoke sherm, right? You know, angel dust. Angel dust. Ain't that about who came up with that name? But you get where I'm coming from, right? Are y'all starting to see the pattern? Now, I'm not speaking on things that are not known. I'm not being a hindrance or a block or informing. I am pointing out things that some of you tend to forget to look at. DC. Racist cops murdering people over in Virginia and the Carolinas and Bama, right? But wow, isn't it funny how everybody all of a sudden forgot that one of the biggest crimes against humanity, a person that was taking melanated children and testing AIDS drugs on them and burning them in the backyard? Yes, Mr. Fauci. All the lies and people who are still dying around you right now. And while the medical professionals are lying and they're not telling the truth of what they're finding, except for the ones who, one of the biggest crimes against humanity in every country. Japanese, they even had to send their man to say, no longer will we, because it was a lie, and people, they're doing autopsy, they're finding this crap. Most of the people in the morgue or the people that do autopsy, they don't even be honest with you, telling you that when they open a body, all the parasites they find. See, they play a dangerous game, believing that this damn money, it's theirs. It's theirs every bit. But they don't know how to mitigate factors. They have no responsible respect because they want to get to an end, and I'm telling them their end is not going to be what they think. I don't care what they've seen, what they've been promised, what they've been guaranteed. They're not going to get what they think. That I can say. I can say there's no way around it. And not near one of them, even the deadliest, most narcissist, most silent, fragrant killer they got. No one is red. None of them. And even whatever may otherwise exist, whatever that may be. I don't like religion, yet I understand it more so than most. Doesn't matter how it's been created, recreated, or structured, or whatever. You cannot deny the origin story of our people, which they do because they are brand fucking new. I don't mean that in a way to discredit life. You don't come out of a fucking incubator, your DNA manipulated, and then run around acting like a fucking ass. Stupid. Easily to succumb and be taken over to something because look, you killed the baby. Ain't nothing happened to you. You killed 500 more. Ain't nothing. No, it doesn't work that way. That shows that they're brand fucking new and they don't know no better. Like the dumb cop that wants to stroke a motherfucker and he knows he's given a job to get his sacrifice, some fake ass Trojan bullshit, some hoplite bullshit that has nothing to do with him, that they belong to a circle, and they kill him. You know, and then they come out with this. I told him not to resist. While he's stomping on ankles, trying to break it, this, that, and the other, and kicking them in the head, this, that, and the other, turning off, going silent to talk with the bastard who's supposed to tell you what you're supposed to do and not to, who don't even follow law because the motherfucker don't know himself. These are the inconsiderate dumbasses, and they got to get what they got coming. It ain't no way around it. I wouldn't give a fuck if they dug a 500 mile deep hole and they put their whole family down there for the next 500 years. It matters not. Balance is a key. Balance is going to happen, so some of them are aware of it. It don't matter how much they're trying to get the thingamajiggy to come back in existence in the AI to control all the narratives and things and to target certain individuals so they can run down on them with certain craft, top down on them, whatever. I can dig it. Doesn't matter. All because the so-called good people decided to do nothing when they had the chance. The fake leaders and all the other, you know what I mean? And the actors who keep y'all running in circles. It's mind-boggling how y'all keep paying attention to these actors and actresses. Well, let's just say actors for the sake of it. Plural, okay? It cracks me up. I'm being honest. It really does. It cracks me up because I sit here and everybody wants to be seen as professional, as a woke, a wig, this, that, consciously supreme, blah, 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 blah. And it's the same thing over and over and over. And I sit there and say to myself, can we make this stuff up? Somebody did. And everyone's acting it out. Literally. Let's hear this right here, okay? Let me make sure the volume's up. Beep, beep. All right, you ready?
So Robert Kennedy Jr., the HHS head, just brought back to life.
Yes, y'all, you know who that is. Jesus, he's probably an actor too. But listen, all right, Anthony Fauci caught burying black children. Listen.
Got covered back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Okay,
so Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the HHS head, just brought back to light something I covered back in the 90s, early 2000s. And it was mainstream news back then that Fauci used the government in 12 different states to have the CPS and foster care mainly grab black people's kids and take them for medical experiments with lethal HIV drugs. And then he got caught burying a bunch of them in a mass grave in New York. And so I saw this video this morning, it reminded me of all this, and I covered it, and I showed some of the backstory on it, and I noticed I posted it on X, and like nobody cares. It's like we're numb to Fauci killing 30 million people with his poison shot, or with Obama cooking up the COVID strain in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I've hammered this over the years. I brought it back up. See with the New York Times, Washington Post, back at the time, and it's just crazy. He doesn't just torture beagles to death. People care about that. Take their larynxes out so they won't bark, and then put them in a bag with flesh-eating maggots to test and see if his technicians will commit crimes. So that's what that is, a litmus test. The rite of passage. MS-13 does satanic rituals and kills kids in their group, and other mafias do other things.
Anyway, he's got a whole plethora of thing. I might put in a video so we can see it. I don't want to hear Alex Jones' mouth anymore. I'm not too big on his ass, so I just wanted to share it with you. And I would ask that y'all research it as usual. I'm not going to sit here and take it for base value or whatever. Please research anything that I share with you. Now, what was the other one? Let me make sure I got this. I'm sitting here and the sun's starting to come and I feel the heat on my neck and these goddamn flies. Okay, this other one, I might just put it in a video because this is a light-skinned brother. For those who have Instagram, you go to Chase4WV, or I forget the TikTok one, which is his name. I really like what he talks about. Let's go ahead and play this, and I want you to listen. Is it there? Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, you angry? I learned from black revolutionaries from Masada. Oh, you angry? I learned from black revolutionaries from Masada, George Jackson, Fred fucking Hampton. Good. Be mad. Clutch your pearls. Cry into your flag. I didn't crawl through sand and blood in some oil war just to come home and beg for crumbs while this empire eats its own children and calls it freedom. You want me to shut up and swallow patriotism like it's gospel? Get in line behind your billionaires and bootlickers? Nah, I took the mask off. I saw the rot under the red, white, and blue. This country worships profit like a god and discards the poor like trash. You know what that makes it? A corpse in drag. Fred Hampton fed kids, taught Marx, and got his head blown open by the pigs while he slept at 21 years old. Meanwhile, your politicians drone strike weddings and get book deals. Who's the real terrorist? And George Jackson, locked in a cage since 18, educated himself, became a threat, and they killed him too. You scared I read his words? You should be. He said the most potent weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And I broke out of that mental prison with rage still in my lungs. Y'all funded a war that broke me, then ghosted when I came back, limping, drinking, homeless, and lost. 21 vets a day eat bullets because America forgot us. That ain't a mental health crisis. It's a fucking slaughterhouse with flags on the wall. But no, go ahead. Keep telling me to vote harder, like either party gives a damn. One sells you out with a smile, the other with a gun. Meanwhile, 770,000 people are sleeping on sidewalks tonight. Kids, grandmas, disabled folks. But hey, Wall Street hit a new high, right? This system don't need reform. It needs a funeral. You scared I'm learning from black radicals? You scared I might believe we can burn it down and build something human? You should be, because I ain't alone. There's an army of the forgotten, the used, the broken, and we're done waiting. So go ahead, call me an American. I'd rather be a traitor to empire than loyal to genocide. From the hollers to the hood.
Woo! I've got tons more. I just want to share that, in perspective. I'm a puzzle piece guy. And I want y'all to hear, how we got to a place. We forget so many things. Well, distractions aren't just meant to distract you. They're also meant to redirect your focus. And they're always going to use something like that little goofy monkeys getting out the back of a U-Haul. Where's supremacy? But everybody started talking about it. And it's like, oh, shit. Methylene Blue and RFK. Everybody stopped talking about it. Then all of a sudden, Methylene Blue's all over goddamn all accounts. The Zionists actually are supporting because they control all accounts. So they're like, yeah, so that way y'all been using a lot of Chinese shit that blues your brains and liver. And it's not the official. There's only 2 sites in America that make it. The majority didn't know it. So they jump right on it, just like ivermectin and a whole plethora of other things. You're easily distracted. You don't know how to litigate your focus, and you refuse somebody telling you otherwise. This is not who we were. Everybody thinks they're a leader. None of you are leaders to shit. None of you are kings and fucking queens. You haven't even aspired to be that which you call a man, but you are the hue of it, and you need to change, woman and man. I'm not beating you guys up right now. I'm not beating up the enemy. I mean, the enemy is the enemy of themselves as well. You have more people pushing Christian ideology, and you need to know that they're Zionists. It doesn't matter the crayon color. They need you to capitulate, to never look inside yourself. I'm just enjoying this shit. It's a big shit show, and everybody's playing a part in it. Y'all should have seen me on fucking Facebook this morning. Oh, it was just fun. Ripping into them. I was like, yeah, what do you demonetize it? I don't give a flying fuck. They make deals with the worst idiots, but somebody informed me it has its place too. So now I deeply understand it on another level. So my focus is not that. Okay. That's their varying control, as if it should matter. Do I think racists have a position and a place? Absolutely. Hell yeah. The way everybody's acting and carrying on, yeah. It ain't like you're gonna do shit. Y'all like authority. You like control. You like following. You like listening to people who don't know shit. I don't know nothing yet. I'm gonna speak on some things that I find relevant. I may have a little knowledge, and some things I do know. And I have a fucking story to tell. And I see the little goofy agents that come in here and they unsubscribe. It's always the 1 and 2 same motherfucker all the time. And I just giggle about it. I was anyway, but y'all know, it tickles me. We got to debrief. We need to disconnect. I think they're following. Somebody's chasing our line. Blah, blah, blah. If they're that goddamn smart, then they should know to make better decisions and better choices. And stop sending goofy motherfucking thems to people, but it's because you engineered some motherfucker you think is super to knock on, threaten people because they're narcissistic, sociopathic killers. Like, they've been doing that for so fucking long. It's so damn stupid. And like I said, I'm not against, y'all know I just think racism is the bottom line, the bottom feeding the worst of it all. I'm not against the other shit. Y'all need that as a wake up. Y'all need to fucking feel it. Y'all need to see it. I think it's great, balance-wise. And some people will sit there, go, wait, Red, that's not what you... Ah, man, I'm an artist. There's more to all of us than meets the eye. And the problem is, and the reason is, which is the problem, a lot of you can't see. Oh, them too. Trust me. Trust me when I say a lot of them can't see either. It doesn't matter what the fuck they may be thinking, in their transgression, inspiring to do. It doesn't matter. When I tell people this is my ancestral republic, it's bigger than what you can imagine. The fact that in every goddamn country we built Tartary, nobody else built it. We fucking built it, and we followed the suit with individuals who are fucking huge as fuck. I mean, fucking huge, y'all. Like, and we were all stronger and faster. So don't downplay your fucking self. When I say stronger and faster, I mean it all the way around, and we lived longer. They knew what was coming. A lot of giants died. What you call giants. More than you could fucking imagine. They're all over the place. Like, I was grateful that Nice went ahead and pulled up Skull Island, and I've been telling people a long time. There has been shit that has happened here. Y'all shouldn't even think about it because you weren't there. It's heavy as fuck. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm becoming racist against these flies, these little blue, black, green motherfuckers. These little parasites with wings. I said that to be common, it's funny to me. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Got some stuff to do. I need to get this wall up. I need to start getting the insulation in. Finish building up this stuff and get a screw down to add a little more, which called structure and sound. Put the bolts in because I didn't do it yesterday. Get the RGB, foam the sides, cut it. Once that is all in, I can go ahead and start cutting out the plywood that's going to go on the walls here, even in the front here, so we can keep up spiders and all that. Even though there's an opening right here, but I'm going to tear up some of that shit up there and put that over here. Like I said, it's not like I have a lot of fiat. We're not building one, we're building two. You know. Damn. Oh, that was so good. Very lemony and zesty. But I want to get that done as much as possible. But like I said, around 4 or 5 o'clock, we can go down there. We're gonna be getting all those totes out. This weekend coming up, I'm gonna be pretty much emptying out this tent. If I get this closed off, I'll actually be crashing out in here working on it all night. I want to get a floodlight. Dan has one over there. The guy who had surgery in his arm, and I need to get over there and get some eggs and stuff from him. I gotta work that out too, because it's gas. It's all fiat, you know. And I'm not saying it crying. I'm not saying, guys, help me out. I'm just saying, you know, if y'all want to donate, I appreciate it. Y'all helped out a lot. Getting certain things. Young Cherokee, phenomenal. Snoo, that's my baby. Nisi, Carrie. There's a lot of y'all. Millennial. There are those of you who have assisted. But when you look at the game and how long I've been doing it, that's a drop in the bucket. I'm not slandering. I'm just saying what it is. I watch people's channels. I follow a lot of people. If you ever look at how many people I follow, just to support them so they can move ahead, just to be that one number. But I also watch the whole thing. I look at the ads if I decide to look on my other account, which I'm not going to pay for this, which call it, and I watch the ads so they can get, you know, I do these. For a long time, I was giving me a lot of people a lot of fiat. Now I can't afford to do that. I mean, I still give like 10 or 15 to the vets out here. I see there's only like 5 of them in town. And so I'm always going to make sure I have that to give to them. I'm not going to stop that. But like I said, I appreciate whatever, and I will utilize it. Like I said, we always say it's the family that's there, you know. I shunned a lot of people in my biological family because they choose ignorance over light. Do I feel any kind of way? I don't think it's a feeling like that no more. I think it's a benefit. I cannot parlay with those who choose ignorance, even in its most subtle form. I can't do it. I don't know what people are thinking. Somebody's supposed to be up about 60 and accept bullshit. No, let me tell you something. In order to get to a certain place, phonetically, if you haven't existed in the world with the elders and got to see them perform, then it's not an inherited, relationship. I have that 100-fold. And because I move with you guys like youthful, doesn't mean that we dismiss the things that I've acquired, accomplished, or anything else. Not at all. So don't ever, and that's why I say you don't know me. Don't ever let yourself get complacent and fucking think that way. Because I come down like this punk right here. I came down, I sent a message to him. As we always talk, when it's joking, but when I say something because he's going through something, he don't know how to be honest and open, stand up and open his fucking mouth and say what needs to be said. That's on his ass. And if he wants to lie and play the other game, he's not gonna like how it ends. Even right now, the monkey watches and everything, and he don't know what to say, right? Because he thinks he's smart, and he's not. Trust me when I tell you he's not. I got to watch him, study him, watch how he researched and everything else, all the things he do. He does things not for living or life. He does things because he wants to move aerodynamically in this dead zone. There is no dead zone. Aerodynamically in this dead zone, like he's floating. You know what I mean? That's catch-22. He's not. And it's not about fucking if, it's about when. I don't say something and not act on it. It don't matter what he wants to spend and reach out. I mean, I could say, daughter, look, I need 1.2 million to get this little team together to go after this motherfucker, the goddamn attorney down there, and any fucking job to come around. And my daughter would be like, hell yeah, how much you need? I mean, if the fuck monkeys want to play that game down there in Lit, if they want to do that, I can do that. I reached out to my godmother, show restriction. what you need help with, baby. These motherfuckers in their whole epitaph don't know what they're doing. If a motherfucker was to stop and say, yo, I want to retract that, I'll be like, yo, dude, we're going to be out here by the end of the month. But look, chill with all that. We're going to probably come back and pick up a few things we left so we don't leave a mess. But he's not a man. He's a pussy. And I wonder what else. You know what I'm saying? Me and T, we don't mess with children. We damn sure ain't going to sleep with his fucking ugly ass wife, whatever that he calls that. We don't hate him. We just find him being very disrespectful and stupid. You know, but sometimes things have to be done. You know, when you act like a little pussy and your mammy and daddy's fucked up. Yeah, I did research and found out a lot of stuff on his parents. He lied to us. He talked like he hated them. Then he turned around and says, and they're doing this. And I think it's pets. I think the nigga's fucking being coveted. I think the nigga parks his truck somewhere. And I'm just saying, it don't matter what he does. I am pointing shit out. And it doesn't matter how much they got because this is not a win-win for them. It ain't. Whether he's a sellout, pitch for the other team, room from fucking incubator, or a goddamn test tube baby, it don't mean fucking shit to us. Not to me. That's throwing out the T. Don't mean a goddamn thing to none of us. I mean, if you hear some of the other guys talking about him, I'll be like, oh man, don't do that, bro. That's just mean and nasty. But yeah, I had to talk about it because if they're watching, I need them to know. And if they want to fucking forego it, then so be it. I don't want the land because I cursed it. So, you know, I did what I had to do. And I'm not taking it back. Not at all. But like I said, misery loves company. And company, for some reason, likes to keep misery. Anyway, let me shout y'all out. It's Grand Ascension. What's going on, Mom? Good to see Dion and everybody up in here. And to see you as well. So I know that's right there. All our beautiful people. Is the Omex still in here? Is he running around painting the wall or something? Nigga, you better say something. The Tom P. Who else came up? I'm just messing with y'all. Yo, what's the yo, Hango? What's going on? President accounted for. What's up? What's happening, fam? How you doing? How you doing? You earned that one. You earned that wrench, bro. Family or girl. I don't know if you know. Female, don't matter. Yo, the Cosmic Knowing. What's happening? What's going on? 432 hertz. Which was I thought should I do as well for hertz when I am walking around? Hit the 728, 735, 734. If you got the thing which you can wear, you can actually put it in your fanny pack or whatever. The little thing like I got, hook it up. I don't know if it does Bluetooth. No, it doesn't do Bluetooth. You have to plug it up unless you get the Bluetooth connector where you can wireless. Then you can do it like that as long as you have, you know, the speaker parts working and you can resonate the certain sounds of frequency. I use my CB40. I hook the two wires up to it, the power and the resonate. And oh man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the thing works. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. So I would move with those frequencies. Stay away from the 404 and the 808. Stay away from them. That stuff is destructive. And there's a couple more. I forget what they are. Be careful with messing around with the 6 and all that. You might get that B tone. Make you feel like you got to run to the bathroom and drop a deuce. As you know, killing parasites with the frequency, you would have to be able to get up to about 100 to 300,000 hertz, megahertz, which would kill the parasites, which would stop the cancer, which is not the cancer. The cancer is the membrane that covers the parasites and protects it until one of these fucktard idiots go in there and do a biopsy and release the parasites, which starts cannibalizing your body when they was in that one structure place where white cells, blood cells and everything fighting it. All right. And then when they spread out and they start eating, they cannibalize. And there you go. And then they go in there with radiation, which is the worst thing that can increase them like a Godzilla effect. And nobody's saying the truth because you know who controls the whole cycle of it. But the information's out there if you want to research it, medical documents and all kinds of stuff. And so what I'm saying is researchable. I'm not saying it's facts, but I'm telling you what is well known. I'm not saying in the entire medical industry, but with a number of individuals who do these things. There are centers that actually use this stuff, but they can't market because big pharma and the militarization, the military industrial complex kind of controls the narrative. Because y'all have allowed it in ignorance, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I said, ChatGPT is giving the modern woman, just modern women, 2 years before utter collapse. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. Thanks. Yes, man. Thanks, hon. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. Dev, I appreciate you guys more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Airship drop. Wow. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Spraying some paint. You over there, you getting it in, cuz? I was hitting that joint with my bad wrist, y'all. I was getting it down. And come back, all right, hit it with a little thing. All right, go over this way, change direction. Now you can hit it from this way, get in the corner, you just move it over, but keep it flowing. Oh, I still got, oh man, come on. You know we're gonna knock it out. I'll be not say, hey man, put away, $75 each pay, right? And be like after about 6 months, yo man, let's take this and put this down with interest, boom. Let's get a couple U-Hauls, like go to the police auction, because they're still good goddamn cops and they're still good feds. Don't get it fucked up, y'all. There are still good police. There are still good sheriffs. There are still good federal officers. And I mean it. There are. It's the bad ones who always, I can't say there's a lot of them. I can't do that. Honestly, I cannot do that. I would be a lie. But, be mindful, know the laws of the state, know the laws that apply to things, know the rule of thumb, and you remember you are your first responder, and get your emotions and feelings in check, please, people. I got to get out here so I can get to working on this. It's going to be hot today. I'm probably going to rock a tank top, burn some stuff to keep the mosquitoes off. I don't know. I look like there's 3 or 4 different mosquitoes compared to the 2 that's supposed to be here. But I appreciate you guys. I hope it was helpful. Again, I don't want it to be demeaning. I don't hate ganja. Y'all don't get it. But this is the elder red wolf. This red wolf. This is what y'all call me. This is what I'm saying because I don't like dumb, ugly shit, and I don't give a fuck if it was working with somebody. Because like Westside, everybody said the nigga popped up out of nowhere. I don't care. I wouldn't give a fuck if a motherfucker popped up out 10 minutes ago. Okay, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Whatever your plans are, it don't matter to me. See, that's. If I have to explain it again, that means you didn't pay attention or you didn't take me serious when I was telling you about me early on. You dig what I'm saying? There's a lot of good folks. They just get most of their info filtered through the Zion. Exactly. But yeah, exactly. Everyone has good intentions, even the guys on the bad guys. Their intentions, as bad as they are, knowing that it's effed up, they're going to perform it, and to them, it's their good intentions. It's meaningful on purpose, even in the most psychotic way. I can't explain that. Y'all might have to get some books on sociology to be able on psychology to be able to interpret that, but it's as jacked up as it is, it's a reality to it. You know what I mean? I know some cops that did some fucked up things, but also know why they did it. Sadly, I get it. Now, those guys who sit there and they laugh at a motherfucker and the person is really innocent and they want to harm them, no, they need to be taken and fucking strung up or shot and executed, 5 in the heart. I don't give a fuck. They need to be and it should be public. All right? And the people who back them should also stand right there and get the same fucking thing. The ones who stood there and did nothing, they should be executed right along with them. You dig what I'm saying? Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. I hope you share this. And I'll see you guys later.